evening, and welcome to Sunrise News and Comment. I'm Abigail Watkins, and each morning on Sunrise News, we will try to provide you with interesting news about criminal justice and court activities which affect all of us. So let's get to it. In trial news, our own prosecutor, Allison Eastland, walloped Jorge Garcia Hernandez in a jury trial yesterday. Hernandez was indicted by the Fayette County Grand Jury for trafficking more than 5 pounds of marijuana with a firearm. 119 pounds, actually. That's just about my weight in marijuana. The jury listened to all of the evidence and then took around just 30 minutes to return a guilty verdict. After the penalty phase of the trial, they recommended a 15-year sentence for this outlaw. Good work by Allison Eastland. She works hard and makes us all proud. The Terrence Sims murder case will continue today for its third consecutive day. Lots of hard work by both prosecutors, police, and victims advocates go into the preparation for a trial. We're so proud of Dean Laren, Aspen Carlisle, and Mary Houlihan for all of their efforts to seek justice in our city. Stay tuned and we'll let you know the outcome of that trial as soon as we find out. In death row news, there are presently 5 murderers on Kentucky's death row who were convicted and sentenced to death right here in Fayette County Circuit Court. Our own Ray the DA is standing by to introduce us to one of these Fayette County death row killers. Ray?
Thanks, Abigail. Well, this is a feature on Sunrise News and Comment. I want to introduce you to the killers who live on Kentucky's death row. And the first thing I want to do is introduce you to these killers who were convicted here in Fayette County for murders that occurred whenever they committed them. And the first person I want to talk about today that's on death row from Fayette County is Thomas Clyde Bowling. And here's a picture of Thomas Clyde Bowling when he was convicted and now. At the time of this murder, he was 37 years old. The victims were Tina and Eddie Early and their 2-year-old son, who was also shot by Thomas Clyde Bowling, but the son survived. Here's the story. In Fayette County in 1990, this killer, T.C. Bowling, caused his vehicle to collide with a vehicle occupied by Tina and Eddie Early and their 2-year-old son while they were parked in front of their small cleaning business. Bowling got out of his car, approached the Early vehicle, intentionally fired gunshots at them, point blank, killed Tina, killed Eddie, and wounded little 2-year-old Chris. Bowling then returned to his car, but then came back to the Early's car to make sure they were dead, and then he drove away. Additional facts about this case: the aggravating circumstance which made this case eligible for the death penalty was the fact that it was a multiple murder. This defendant was previously scheduled to be executed in 2004. And thanks to throwing issues up against the wall to see what'll stick, the defense attorneys for Bowling have been able to get this thing put off until here we are, 2014. Pitiful. I'm Ray the DA, and this is our report from death row. Back to you, Abigail.
Thank you, Ray, for that report. Ray will continue his death row killer report every week. Finally, we at the Office of the Fayette County Commonwealth's Attorney always make a big deal out of our employees' birthdays. This week, Allison Beck, our felony case coordinator, was surprised by the arrival of flowers from her boyfriend and lunch with many of her fellow employees as well as her guy on Monday. And of course, it would not be a birthday here without the humiliation of a photo with our birthday hat. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and we hope to see you tomorrow morning on Sunrise News and Comment.